Hi guys, welcome to Tarot in the Dark. My name is Tori. Tonight we are going to move this sage out the way. We're going to take a look and just see what our ancestors have to say. Happy birthday to all the Pisces. We are in Pisces season, effective today. Healing. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I keep seeing this integration card too. So there's something that's coming into balance in regards to healing. There's something that's being aligned for you, and a part of that has to do with healing. I'm hearing evolution and evolving into your highest self, like really activating it. There's been a lot of like feminine energy coming through in a lot of the readings, and I'm definitely picking up on that in this healing card. I'll read this later, guys, but I want to just intuitively pick up what I'm seeing. So right away, they're showing me like bubbles that are being burst, like popped. So it's as if you, wow, that's interesting. Okay, so it's as if you have, how do I explain this? Okay, so imagine your physical body having bubbles attached to it, and those bubbles that are attached to you are wounds. They are traumatic experiences. They're events that have taken place in your life that have become attached to you because those experiences, because of the experiences. Okay, what's happening now for you is those bubbles are being burst, and as those bubbles are burst, there's like, they're showing me like a new skin being regenerated, formed over that old wound. So there's something about wherever you had wounds in the past, moving forward, you're going to have healing. Okay, so wherever you were wounded, wherever those bubbles appeared in the past, and there was pain, there was destruction, there was disruption, there was chaos, there was confusion, there was conflict, wherever those wounds were in the past, and the negative energies, the negative emotions were attached to those wounds, you're now moving into an energy to where now those wounds will be renewed, regenerated. Okay, it's almost like someone loses a finger and it just grows back. That's how they're showing it, as if there's a newness that's being created within your system, within your DNA is what I'm hearing. So there's a shifting out of the old. They're also showing that the old, like the skin around that bubble or where that bubble was, it's almost like it kind of like died off and was no longer existent. So they're saying that there are parts of you that have died off, that are no longer existent. Therefore, those same wounds can no longer impact you or affect you. So now that you're this new version of you, more like your higher self, the old doesn't have the same impact on you. So it's almost as if you can't even operate in the same space that you used to before, because there's no room for it. It doesn't align, meaning it doesn't fit. So imagine you lost a bunch of weight, right? Because most of us want to lose weight. But even if you want to gain, either way, imagine you lost a bunch of weight. You lost, 50 pounds. You're not going to be able to fit those same clothes, so you need to go buy new. You need to replace those with newness. You need to replace those with newness. Something about your mindset in regards to healing has shifted. And so those old ideas have dissipated, and now you have a new, fresh perspective. Now those bubbles can no longer come back, right? You're not going to be affected by those same wounds anymore because you've healed them, you've resolved them. There's a resolution to the old wounds that have caused so much dysfunction in your life is what I'm hearing, okay? So let's read it, which the Healing, this is an 11 card too. I love that. It's actually 511 on the clock right now. That's change. Divine change is how I'm interpreting that 511. I don't really know what the angel number is, y'all. I just be making stuff up based on what I just feel or hear them saying to me. So blah, blah, blah. No, I'm just joking. Okay, so the healing frequency, the frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, because it's almost like you have, gosh, like you've created like a new version of you. There's a new person. So the version of you that used to feel broken, that was worn down, that was distraught, conflicted, constantly in chaos and in trouble mentally, right? Like 5 of Swords energy, 8 of Swords energy. You're no longer that same being. It's like they're showing me those Russian dolls. Those, they go inside of each other, like you stack them one and then you can't even see them. They're saying that old version of you is so far in the past, like so far in the back, that you can't even identify with it anymore. For some of you, this may be challenging, is what I'm hearing. That maybe you are challenged by the fact that you are maybe a little broken, heartbroken. I'm seeing like the 5 of Cups in my mind's eye. So maybe heartbroken over the fact that you no longer can identify with that old version of you. And then others of you are like, woohoo, I'm trying to upgrade the new version of me, right? So no matter where you at, no matter where you at, y'all. No, I'm just joking. No matter where you're at, feel free to just be present wherever you are, okay? Like, I'm always talking about this. You guys are probably like, be quiet, Tori, we get it. But I really just wish that we could all understand the importance of just embracing wherever we're at, and that there's no wrong place for us to be. Like, you're not behind, you're not missing out, you're not in the wrong space, like you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Just embrace that and accept that, and don't try to create something. This was determined to come out. It was pushing itself out earlier, but don't try to create something that constantly keeps you in war. They're showing this. I was seeing the Saturn card a moment ago too, but this Libra energy, this is what it's about moving forward. This is how they're showing me this too. So basically this side, this scale, is the old you. This is the new you. And they're saying that you don't want to forget where you came from, because that assistance supports you moving forward. They're saying that's the integration. I get it. That's the integration. Okay. Look what this says. Oh my God. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. I freaking love our guides, bro. They are insane. This is what they were showing me. This is the old you. This is the new you. They're saying, don't get so caught up in like this new version of you that you forget or neglect the fact that you've gained all this wisdom and these lessons of the past. The 7 of Pentacles is, and I'm just referring to this because they're showing me this. The 7 of Pentacles is the energy of someone who plants seeds and waits for them to grow. And that's wisdom. A lot of people have a lot of opinions about farmers. And I think to be a farmer, you must have ridiculous patience and amazing wisdom. Think about it, guys. You plant a seed, walk away, and trust that what you've planted is going to produce something that not only takes care of you, but everybody else. Oh my gosh. I mean, how much faith do you have to be able to do that as well? So there's something about remaining balanced with the old and the new version of you, and seeing the old through the lens of perspective. Again, gaining wisdom from the challenges of the past, because you recognize that that past version of you has created this new version of you. And they're bringing this up very loudly, that you don't want to neglect the lessons that you've learned, or shoo them to the side, or not utilize them. There's something about like put them on a shelf. Don't put those lessons on a shelf, is what they're saying. Don't put the lessons on the shelf, because those lessons are going to assist and support you in integrating and remaining balanced and moving forward. They're also bringing up the fact that those lessons that you learned created this opposition energy here, which I talked about this a while ago in a reading, I think, but MJ from Soulful Revolution TV, she always says, in order for something to break through, you have to have tension, right? And I love that, because I've never heard anyone give that perspective. So oftentimes before our blessings arrive, we are almost ready to burn out. We're like over it. We're like, okay, forget it, God. You clearly don't know what you're doing, right? It's that type of energy that we get because we're tired, we're impatient, and we want it now. Microwave people, give it to us now, right? And so your team is coming through to say that the opposition and the confrontation that you endured was assistive and supportive in getting you to the place that you're at now, right? It was like that energy aligned you to the highest self that you are now, the version of you that you operate in right now. And there's something about not running from opposition. They're also showing me this in regards to that opposition card too, that for some, you may be challenged by new partnerships and relationships, or new opportunities, okay? Because this could even be work, business partnerships, relationships as well. But with Venus here, the beloved, and then Juno with partnership, there's something about like maybe going backwards in your thoughts, because I don't know why I'm seeing this Venus like with Saturn wrapped around it. It's almost like 2 in 1 is how they're showing it to me. So it feels to me like you may have an idea, a thought, some type of perspective in regards to relationships, and this relationship that you are moving into is completely different than a relationship or an experience that you've had in the past. And it's because this is collaborative. They're showing this as like a trine. So this is collaborative. This partnership is equal. It's balanced with that Libra energy. Okay, it's balanced, and I'm also seeing this as a promise from God. So for some of you, if you've been waiting on a partnership, you have someone that you've connected to, but you're terrified. You're in opposition, which I think the reading yesterday or the day before that was in regards to like making a decision or something. But if you're in opposition as to whether or not this is going to be beneficial for you, just recognize that this could be an opportunity for you to integrate some of your past learnings into wisdom. It's almost like a shift, right? So like a teeter-totter. The past was here to provide you with, opportunities in order for you to now use them as wisdom. So it's like, now let's balance that out. Okay, the past was not like, oh, the worst thing ever or way up here, and then this current situation is the opposite. No, the past is present to teach you the lessons and support you in gaining the wisdom. This does look like Venus is offering you a gift. And I am seeing this as like a transition too, because this is a 3 and this is a 4. So it's almost like there's a transition that you're going through. But in between the transition, you have opposition because it's completely opposite of what you're used to. And because of that, you're having a hard time integrating this energy into your life. It's interesting too, they're showing me this here. It's almost like you're receiving the blessings, like things are blooming for you, but you're challenged because you're not seeing the color attached to them. Maybe because you have a perspective of just, maybe you're, so okay, so how this shows up in our lives would be like, I'm just not going to expect anything from this person. I mean, that's like, you know how flowers are usually colored? That would be like a white flower to me. It doesn't have anything attached to it. It's just like, I'm not going to expect anything because I don't want to be disappointed. When the reality of it is there's no risk in that. There's no risk in that. So whether this is connection with love connections, whether this is business, whether this is work, whatever it is for you, in order to assess your healing, in order to oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys, it just cracked me up. In order to actualize your healing, you have to be given opportunities. And the only way that I believe Spirit can actualize our healing is for us to be in relationships with people, whether that be family, romantic relationships, friendships, work relationships. The only way that you're going to know and activate your healing is by putting it into practice, and the only way that you can practice is when you're faced with this opposition. Now, just from my personal experience, I can tell you guys that when you meet the person that you are destined to be with, you are going to feel a ton of opposition. It's going to feel like a confrontation because you're mirroring each other. See, when you're in connections that are karmic in nature, meaning karmic as in I need to clear this out of me so that I can learn the lessons and move on to my true soul connections, that's the type of karma I'm talking about. Because not all karma is negative karma, okay? But I'm talking about those relationships that are karmic in nature to teach you lessons. When you're in those lessons, you and your person are reflecting each other. You're reflecting the brokenness in each other, but not mirroring. See, a soul relationship, a soul connection with your divine counterpart will put you in this opposition energy, yet the whole time you feel this Venus energy of love. You feel in conflict and in love. Like I even have told my man 15,000 times, I don't know whether to hug you or slug you. Like I really don't know what I want to do because it's just that intense. But it's completely different than my karmic relationships because there's a huge difference in what I feel. I feel the love from my man now. I know that he loves me. And I know that he loves me without any words. I can feel it. And that's what happens. So if you're seeing this situation in your life right now, just know that you're on the right track. But it's almost like the intensity of the love that you feel with this person will almost like light you on fire, where you feel like you're on fire. Like I remember when I was in nursing school, there was this meme I saw and it said nursing school is fun and the bike's on fire and you're on fire and everything hurts and it feels like hell. And that's kind of how it feels in these connections, is you feel like, oh my gosh, there's so much confrontation, yet I feel safe here. I feel seen here. I feel valued. Like everything that I desire is here, yet I want to resist it. And a big reason for that is because your nervous system is just not used to others working with you. It's used to people working against you. And it's also used to you denying it access, it being your nervous system, peace. And so what happens is we become comfortable in chaos and conflict. So when the rainbow starts to shine, we are afraid naturally, right? You're immediately terrified. And what happens is you start to see the flowers as white, not attaching anything to them, including your emotions. And this actually, and I had to learn this the hard way, guys, trust me. This is actually resistance. Because what you're doing is you're telling spirit, you're telling your ancestors, I know you guys, I prayed, I asked for this. I know I begged you for this, but now that it's here, I can't trust it. And you're also not giving yourself an opportunity to actualize your healing by showing up whole and saying, hey, hey, I did the work. I'm ready for this. Yes, I'm scared. Yes, it's terrifying. Yes, I feel like I'm on fire. But I also feel very safe here, and this is worth the risk that I'm taking. Remind yourself of this. Balance. Remind yourself to balance out and not allow the old, because see, what happens is when we go back into our old selves, when we allow those, it's the thoughts, okay? So remember, your new body, if you're the Russian doll, you're like basically the biggest one that's on the outside. Those other parts, the smaller ones that are on the inside, that's like your old selves, the old versions of you, but they don't fit in your body anymore. Okay, there's so much space there, there's a gap because you guys are disconnected. However, they still live within you. So the two smaller ones still live within you. Those are your old selves. They're still within you, but they are not you. And so it's a matter of just reminding yourself to balance yourself out so that the old doesn't scale up higher than the new and prevent you from being able to be balanced and keep you in a state of confrontation, of opposition. That confrontation, opposition is really, for me, like conflict in your mind where there's, a constant thought of what if something goes wrong? Or you're waiting for the ball to drop, waiting for the other party to do something, or, assuming, I've done that. I'll be like, oh, is he doing this, and that? And then I have to remind myself, this is not the same situation that you came from, sweetheart. That's the old you wanting to convince you that this new isn't really what it is. And so it's a process of reminding yourself that this is new. This is new. And because this is new, I have to think about it with the new mindset and not the old. So again, even if this isn't love for you, whatever has shifted in your life, whatever this situation is, there's something that shifted, okay? And you're being confronted with this opposition energy. And it feels very much so like it's the old version of you that's trying to creep in and regenerate the bubbles rather than allowing those wounds to be resolved. It's interesting. All right, let's see what wants to come out. Ooh, look at this, the gross. I always mispronounce this. I think it's a gross. If anybody knows how to properly pronounce it, tell me. Movement, stillness, and perception. That's interesting because that actually is balance. If you think about it, there's a time to move, there's a time to be still, and it's all a matter of perception. Wow. Wow. Guys, look at this bottom deck. Dove. These are turtle doves. I see them all the time. I love turtle doves. Actually, I don't really like them. My mom does. But I like when I see them because I'm like, oh, how cute. Anyways, peace, relationships, and purity. I'm surprised my mom hasn't called me. She usually calls during every reading, but I talked to her earlier. Okay, anyways, peace, relationships, and purity. So there's definitely energy of relationships and partnerships coming through, guys. I would be very surprised if this didn't have anything to do with another person that you're romantically involved with. The goldfinch is about joy, prosperity, and balance, guys. Balance. It's almost like if you keep chipping away, or if you have a tendency to nitpick. A lot of us nitpick without realizing it. I remember being told that I was like a nitpicker, and I'm like, ooh. I was like, dang, I don't want to be that. But I didn't know that I was nitpicking, guys. Like, I had no idea that, like, bringing something up and wanting to talk about it over, like, several days was nitpicking. I heard the Beyonce, all my ladies, if you hear me, help me sing it out. Because, right, like, did you guys know that? I don't know. I mean, I thought I'm just talking about it, but evidently that can come across as nitpicking. And so what they're showing in this card is that if you nitpick at something, if we're nitpicking about things, and not remaining balanced, like even being balanced in joy and sadness, right? Like not allowing yourself to be overly sad and overly joyful. And I feel like they're saying this because that also has to do with healing. It also has to do with being able to take someone else into consideration. And this is how they're showing it. If you get $10,000 and you're just overly excited, what are you most likely to do? Spend it, right? More than likely, you're going to be like, oh, I've been waiting on this. I'm going to go and I'm going to spend this money and I'm going to buy this, and that. But if you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I got this. This is fantastic. Thank you so much, team. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, right? And you're like, I'm just thankful that I have this. And your energy is just balanced, then you're going to be more thoughtful about what you do with the money. And you're not going to, more than likely, you're not going to go and spend it because you're going to be thinking, no, I want to do the right thing with this. And when you're in partnership, absolutely, right? You want to take the other person into consideration. But there's blessings coming to you. I mean, guys, this whole reading is about blessings that are coming or that have already arrived for you. This is actually like a phenomenal reading. This is the blessing of true connection. Because they're showing me in this opposition card, I've never noticed this before, they're showing me in this opposition card that although it looks like there's opposition and they're in conflict with one another, they're actually intertwined. Doesn't this look like one? It looks like one masterpiece to me. Like when I look at the horns, the antlers, they look like more than antlers to me, but we'll call them antlers. Don't they look intertwined? It's such a beautiful, orchestrated chaos. And so this relationship that is present here it feels like conflict to your nervous system, but it's actually prosperous. It's beautiful. It's Venus energy and Juno. This is connection. You'll notice that they're almost identical. They see each other. And there's even a rainbow in their feathers. You see this, like in the tails? It looks like a rainbow here. They're in unison. Oh, there's a triangle back here. Maybe that's where I was getting the trine from. But this is a divine connection. This is really your wishes and your prayers being answered. And it's going to be prosperous, but you just want to be cautious to embrace it by establishing balance and not allowing the past to interfere in it. Keep those bubbles popped is what I heard. Keep those bubbles popped. Let the new regenerate, refresh, replenish you. God, this energy, guys, it feels beautiful. I have spirit chills everywhere right now. It just feels so peaceful. It feels so balanced. I'm seeing bees. Like, this person works very well with you. They're very supportive. They're very loving. Oh, another thing here too, another identifier of abundance and prosperity is these pomegranates, guys. This person is abundant. Obviously you are, right? Hello. But this person is also equally abundant. And together you guys are going to prosper. As you intertwine, connect, work together, support one another, remain balanced together. Wow, guys, this is beautiful. First card out, King of Wands. I love that. Wow, the King of Pentacles. Oh my God. What's up with all these kings, guys? King of Wands, King of Pentacles. First thought out was somebody could be a same-sex couple. The Seven of Pentacles. I love it. Oh my God. Guys, I love this. The Five of Swords. Yeah, we know that's that mental energy. The lies of wanting to ensure that the seeds you've planted have been, you want to ensure that they are going to produce what you want. But Spirit has your back. Your ancestors have your back, guys. Let me tell you, the High Priestess is there with the King of Pentacles. And then we have the Magician. Wow. And what's that? The Eight of Pentacles. Ooh, I love it. The Page of Pentacles is here. Okay. So the Page of Pentacles is starting over. Pentacle energies. The pages are the beginning, right, of the suites. And so this page is saying, let's start anew. It's almost like it's blowing in. And don't these look like little bubbles too? Bloop, 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 bloop. Maybe even these, but these for sure look like little bubbles to me. So it's almost like Spirit is offering you an opportunity to do it over, to do it again, to do it right is what I'm hearing. Wow. The Emperor. I don't like that Emperor. He's just so angry. So the King of Wands. The King of Wands is here. First card out. This reminds me of the genie in the bottle all the time, like Aladdin. Okay, so there is someone that either has already taken action towards you, or they're going to. But okay, the but is that this person taking action towards you, coming towards you. First of all, you find them highly attractive. You are passionately attracted to them. Let me just say that, okay? There's something about their physique. There may be something about their eyes, or they're eccentric, like maybe like an artist is what I'm seeing for someone, okay? So either way, it doesn't really matter about their characteristics or physical attributes, but the reality of it is that this person is coming towards you if they haven't already. And it's almost like they come in with confidence, knowing who they are and knowing what they desire. And for you, that may be different than anything that you've experienced in the past. 5 weeks, over the next 5 weeks, if someone hasn't already come in over the next 5 weeks, guys, you know, if you watch my channel, I hate doing timing. When they give me a time, I'm like, I don't want to say it, but I have to, okay? So over the next 5 weeks, if someone hasn't already come in, they are going to. And when this person shows up, it almost is like a thorn in your side, okay? This Five of Pentacles energy is showing up as like a thorn in your side, but it's because fear immediately activates. Okay, it's like you're met with that immediate opposition, and you're met with that immediate opposition because you're terrified that this person, maybe based on their looks, for some of you, you may be like, oh my God, he's too good looking. Or you may look at them as being, or it could be a female too, guys, him or her. You may be like, oh my God, they're like a player, or they're too attractive. Why do they want me? Well, why wouldn't they want you? Look at you. Hello. But you're like, oh my God, there's something about this person that immediately triggers you. It could also be that they remind you or have the same energy maybe, or similar energy to someone that you dealt with in the past. And that was scary to you. You obviously got out of that situation, and you don't want to get yourself back in the situation again. But with the King of Pentacles here, this is showing up to say that maybe you had a situation with someone in the past that made you feel abandoned, basically alone. It's the feeling of like you were in a relationship with someone, but you felt like you were in the relationship by yourself. This is not that, okay? Let's first start there. This is not that. With this King of Pentacles energy, this person is coming in with their heart accessible. Okay, so this other energy from the past could have maybe like not been emotionally available. Maybe they were emotionally unaware, or you know, emotionally unstable. Any of those or all of those combined. But the King of Pentacles is a different energy. He's very much aware of who he is. He's also confident. but he's more concerned with the tangible. Like, he wants to have a nice house. He wants to make sure that you're provided for. He wants to assist and support you. Again, he or she, masculine or feminine, in you know, gender, but this is, I'm just speaking from he because of the card. It just makes it easier to do the reading. So anyways, the King of Pentacles is coming in to bring stability. He wants to offer stability, but you notice that this King of Pentacles, he's carrying his heart. You notice this little flower here is dead set in the center of his heart. So he wants to offer you his heart, but he also wants to protect yours. There's something about guarding the heart that they're showing me there. And then also flowering you, like growing things with you, growing this relationship with you. He's also very stable and grounded in himself. And it's almost like he would demand that from his partner as well. You absolutely could have a lot of passion and attraction towards this individual that's coming towards you if they're not already here. And they may be like a whole package. I mean, the King of Wands with the King of Pentacles, I don't know. I mean, I love me some King of Cups too, but the only one I don't really, I love Libras, Aquarius, and Geminis. But the King of Swords is like probably my least favorite. Although I do love Libras. Like, I really love Libras. Anyways, I was going to go until I've dated a Libra, but I'm like, that doesn't matter. Who cares? Who cares? Okay, guys, so the High Priestess. The High Priestess energy here. Oh my God, I love this. I just saw this, guys. I love this. Look at this. Is the old version. This is the Russian doll. Okay, let's just call it what it is. You notice she's in the center. This is the same person. This is her now. And she's integrating her old self with the highest self. The highest self is over here as this elderly woman, and she has the wisdom and the knowledge. And then the individual back here, the younger self, is the older version that she has semi-detached from. This is the one that had all the bubbles on her. This is the one who has integrated the bubbles and now aligned with the new version of herself. And this is perfect because it's exactly what they've been showing the whole time. And so this is you standing in, integrating both the old and new versions of yourself in order to create balance and stabilize your energy. You're also tapping into your feminine energy and protecting what needs to be protected, which is your heart and your ability to stand as an independent. There's something about expressing your truest self. Okay, so for some of you, you may be confronted with feeling like conflict is arising in this situation when this person approaches, if not already, because they allow you to be yourself. And you're like, what? I can be like all of me? I don't have to worry or fight with someone for being me. Like, I can be silly, goofy, crazy me. All of you. And this person will appreciate that because they want to have fun. They're playful. They're energetic. They're vibrant. They're passionate. Okay. King of Wands and King of Pentacles are both very passionate individuals. But the King of Pentacles is also very stable. He's very grounded. And the King of Wands will give you confidence in areas that you lack, because he is not lacking any confidence at all. He's like the creme de la creme, like, look at me, I'm it, I'm him, okay? And so there's something about this that may cause conflict within you because you are just integrating those parts of you, right? You may just be gaining or learning how to be confident and believe in yourself and put yourself first. And this person is going to come in and they're already doing this. And you're like, wait a second, I've never actually met someone who was at this level, aligned with where I'm going and who I've become, and it just seems so perfect, too good to be true. But it's not. There's something here about I love this. Okay, the old version of you had to lock doors and close out situations and experiences with people that no longer served you. You see the key there? And the new version of you is able to instantly see when something is not what you want, when someone's showing up inauthentic, like whatever it is, you're going to be able to spot it right away, and you're going to just cut it off. And so this is your ancestors telling you not to worry. Don't worry yourself and be in confrontation or conflict with this person coming in, feeling like you may make a wrong choice, like this Seven of Pentacles was showing up, like feeling like you want to make sure that you only plant good seeds, because the seeds that you've planted have been good. So you're not going to produce something, especially with the Magician here, you're not going to produce crap because you've done the work. So what's coming your way is coming from this genie in the bottle that's giving you your wishes and making them come true. And it's because you planted the seeds. This is saying that you planted the seeds, you waited, you had faith, you trusted. Remember we were talking about that farmer? You waited, you trusted, and now here comes the arrival of these blessings. Trust yourself. Trust that what you believed was coming will come. Guys, trust that your dreams are not stupid. The things that you have thought about, the things that you wrote down, that you were trying to manifest with all the full moons, new moons, all of that you wrote down as far as a connection and a partner, trust that it's coming, because it is. I promise you, I swear to you guys. I swear to you, I have watched this with my own two eyes. I wrote down everything, not every single thing, but a whole lot. I wrote down a whole lot in regards to what type of man I wanted. When I was in my previous marriage, I was like, God, the next time you want to give me somebody, make sure he's like this. Make sure he's like this. I'm like, make sure he's like this. Sorry, guys, I had to fix the light. Make sure he's like this. I wrote all that stuff down. And God showed me that I was going to get that. I was wrong because I tied it to a specific person. I was like, it must be this person because he fits all the criteria. Because, of course, in my little small mind, I didn't think that there was somebody else in the world that could fit all that criteria. And I got exactly, I swear to you, I promise, I got exactly what I asked for. My new man, he does not look like the person I thought it was. His energy is everything of the person that I thought it was. And I don't even know the energy of the real person that I thought it was. But my man is everything that I prayed for, everything that I asked for. And I'm not telling you this to boast or to brag. I'm telling you this really as like a testimony of what Spirit will do when you dream, guys. Dream. The reading the other day, something about the dreamer. Guys, it's time to reawaken that side of us that has been pushed down and shut up and, like wounded. We've been taught to be quiet and just take the bare minimum. And it's time to rise out of that, because that's not the way that God intended we live our lives. He wants us to live in joy, harmony, prosperity. He wants us to heal, to have relationships that are connected, that feel safe, where you feel seen, where you never have to question whether or not you're the crazy one or them. Where you don't have to choose them over Spirit in your beliefs. Like, oh, he told me that or she told me that, so I'm going to believe them. When you really feel deep down in your gut that Spirit is telling you something different. God doesn't want us to be in relationships like that. He wants us to live our dreams. And people can call me stupid, dumb, Pisces, Delulu. Guess what? Delulu will be over here getting everything that I ask for. And as these things happen for me, I have to tell you guys. And the reason why is because I want that for you. I wouldn't even be here if I didn't want that for you. I'm only here because I want to give you the things that Spirit and my ancestors have brought me to so that you can have them too. That's my whole goal. My whole goal, guys, is to get you there so that you can be free, so that you can be healed, so that you can have healthy relationships and connections. And I'm sorry, because I'm very, very passionate. I'm like this King of Wands, but I'm the Queen of Wands. I'm very passionate about the fact that people sit in stagnant energy. And I know, because I did this for 20 years, guys. I was in a marriage, a dead-end marriage that should have been deaded at year 10, 11, 12. But instead I stayed because I thought I was supposed to. I thought I had to. I didn't think that there was anything else for me to do. I thought this is what you do. You get married, you shut up, you suck it up, and you stay there. No, no, no. Silly of me. And if you think that, guess what? There's nothing wrong with you. But I am so glad that you are here, because you are in the right place. Because guess what? You're not going to stay there. We're not going to let that happen. We're not going to let you stay stuck, because you deserve more. You're not stupid for thinking and believing that you deserve more, which brings me to this stupid card here, this Five of Swords. Guys, this is the energy of lies, deception. This is the energy that tells you that you have to stay stuck. Look, these leaves are trying to stay stuck when it's time for them to fall off. It's autumn time. It's fall season. These leaves, this color should not be attached to the vine. They should be falling off the branches, detaching. And so these are lies. This energy is lies. It's deception that will convince you that you have to stay stuck and trapped in the belief that somebody's going to do something against you. You have to stay stuck and trapped in the belief that this person can't possibly be your equal. They can't possibly love you the way that you love them, like as if we're the only ones in the world that could actually give out love, and then the man can't, or the woman can't, because the last person did something dirty to you. Now everybody else is that way? No, that's where this Eight of Pentacles comes in. Practicality. When you set your mind to a goal, the goal would be Ten of Pentacles energy, right? You want to have a life full of abundance, prosperity, legacy. Doesn't mean necessarily money. For me, abundance does not necessarily mean money. That can be a part of it. That's a part of it for me, but that does not mean all of abundance for me. Like in my mind, I don't take abundance and say, oh, just money. But for some of you, that could just mean money. It's okay. It could mean whatever you want it to mean. But for me, the ultimate would be like the Ten of Pentacles energy, where I want a life full of legacy, where I'm able to assist and support, where I have community, where people feel seen by me, where people feel valued and honored, where my spouse, my husband, where he actually feels like he's, the biggest, baddest man in the world, because he is connected to someone who loves him abundantly. Like whatever it is for you, I'm just making that stuff up, guys. Whatever it is for you, the Eight of Pentacles is about diligence. It's about committing to a project and trusting that the outcome will turn into that Ten of Pentacles energy. So instead of falling into the beliefs of the lies of the Five of Swords, it's almost like the ancestors are saying, switch it over and fall into the belief that what you put your mind to, you can accomplish, and that there's nothing impossible with God. There's nothing too small or unattainable, and that this beloved Venus energy and partnership is absolutely what's in store for you. It's 555 on the clock, guys. You can't see the first five, but it is. Change is here. I'm telling you, change is here. And the lies and deception of the opposer, the opposition, is crap. You can have peaceful, healthy, pure relationships where both of you have intentions on only seeing each other thrive, okay? And that's the progression that you're going into. You're integrating the old with the new, trusting yourself, stabilizing yourself, and understanding that those seeds that you've been planting are bringing you gifts. And those gifts are going to absolutely prosper you. I love this. You see how they did this? This is the old, the new. Mistakes. A lot of us get trapped in our mistakes. It's not a mistake that you chose that last person. Someone needs to hear this. It's not a mistake. You didn't make a mistake for choosing to love someone you did what you were supposed to do, and they made decisions based on what they wanted to do. But that is not a mistake of yours. And honestly, you know, in some part of your healing, you'll get to a place where you'll say, I'll choose them again, because you recognize the gift that they offered you. In the confrontation of them, they aligned you to who you're supposed to actually be with. So then it becomes a blessing rather than a mistake, a gift rather than an error. Mistakes, let's read it. Allow me to know it's okay to make mistakes. Let me always take care of the inner child so he or she feels loved no matter what. Wow. They're also saying that for someone, you could have a hard time with making mistakes even now as an adult, due to feeling like you could never get anything right as a child. And if that's you, they're saying that they want to hug you. It's like your ancestors want to wrap their arms around you and tell you that you're perfect just the way you are. There's nothing wrong with you. You haven't done anything wrong. You haven't done anything to create this life for yourself. And exactly where you are deserving of every ounce of love that is offered by the universe. Every ounce of love you are deserving of right now, right there, sitting on your couch, at your desk, in your car. You are absolutely deserving of this. And it's not a prank, because someone thinks that this is a prank. This is not a prank. This is spirit and your ancestors acting on your behalf for something bigger than you. Oftentimes we can focus so much on ourselves that we forget that there's something greater than us. There's an experience, an opportunity, way bigger than anything that we can imagine. We're playing a small part in this larger picture. And so just remind yourself to not be so hard on yourself, to offer yourself grace and this here, compassion. As you pray each day for greater compassion, a new self is born, drawing new people and experiences. Wow, I love it. Dear Lord, help me feel ever deepening self-acceptance. May I see myself as you see me. Wow, that's beautiful. Beautiful, 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 guys. I hope this was your reading. If so, feel free to drop a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys for being here. I so appreciate you. I love you all. You are beautiful and perfect just where you're at, and are absolutely deserving of all the love and all the good things. Joy, prosperity, abundance, peace, and shalom. Have a good night. See you next time. Bye.